Good. All right, hi everyone, my name is Rachel Anderson, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how I am in a team, group, and team dynamic. So first I'm going to talk a little bit about the test that I did. I did a test on all of my different personality traits, and the one that really had the most impact on me was that I was an ESFP, and this is considered the performer, which means that I really like being in the attention, and I'm outgoing. I also have a lot of interpersonal skills that can be used on a team dynamic. But yeah, I found out a lot about myself through these tests and how I can interact with other team members and what my strengths and weaknesses are, which I'm going to talk more about in my presentation. Alright, so for my strengths, as I mentioned before, I have strong interpersonal skills. I think that this is one of my biggest strengths. I can talk to a lot of different people on the team and really connect to them on different levels. Friendship levels and also in the business, which I think can be a good role and play into both categories. I'm also incredibly flexible. I find myself really just agreeing with other people. And this can be a good thing, a good strength, but it can also be kind of a downside because I don't voice my opinions that often. But in regards to this, I'm going to talk about my strengths with flexibility. So I'm not too confrontational, which I think is very important on a team. Not to cause arguments, not to be like, this is my way and this is how it's going to be done. I'm more just listen to everyone, learn from that, and then contribute to a team. That way we can make our team the best, and we can really learn from each other's strengths. So I think that's one of my strengths, is just learning from everyone and bringing it together. Whoop. And also my weaknesses. I am very low in organizational skills. My room is a mess. You guys should see it right now. Clothes all over the floor. I find it hard to keep dates straight in my head. I have a planner. I'm working on it. But yeah, that is definitely one of my lowest skills. I needed to work on it more, keep track of dates, reminders. So in regards to this team, I could use help with reminders, maybe set dates. It's better for me to have a set date and someone who can set those dates other than me, because I am flexible, as mentioned before, and if someone comes to turn something in and I'm the one that set the date, I'll be like, you can do it whenever, like, pretty flexible. But if I have a set date, I'll get it done, and I think that's an important aspect of a team also. I'm also low assertive skills. I don't really tell people, like, this is how it is and this is the way it's going to be done. I don't really punish people for not doing their share in groups. I find that oftentimes I do my part, and if other people don't get their part done, I end up doing it too, just because I don't want to be that person to go up to them and be like, you know, you didn't do your part, you need to do that, because I am just not that person. I'm really flexible, as I mentioned before. And I think that can be a huge weakness in a team, because I think everyone needs to be accountable, and everyone needs to hold each other accountable in a team, or else people can get away with whatever they want. Even though these are my weaknesses, I do have really high standards for myself and the level of the work that I have. So I try to work away from these and try to be my best to make these weaknesses not as weak. Alright, and so you may be wondering, how do my skills and my weaknesses, like, why do they matter in this team dynamic? I think it's really important that we learn from each other in a team, and that we get to know each other, because we all grow up, we all have different experiences, and we can all bring that to a group setting and really strive in that. Different tasks for different skills, and that's really important for a group. My role in a group setting, as I mentioned before, I'm not good at setting dates. I'm not good at being that kind of leader, although I will if I have to. As I mentioned, I do have high standards still. So I will if I have to. I definitely prefer not to. I definitely prefer to be a team player. I'm very go with the flow kind of person and flexible, as mentioned. So yeah, I think that learning from these skills and weaknesses, we can really get to know each other and get to know what we can do to make this team the best that it can be. All right, and now I'm going to talk about the goals for this project and what I want to do to make me a better team player and to make our team strive. One, I would like to speak out more about my ideas and go with the flow less. So I'm really go with the flow. I'm very flexible, and I don't really say what I think very often. If it's a group that made a decision and I don't necessarily agree with it, I will just keep on going and not voice my opinion. Low assertive skills. So I would love to voice my opinion, to say what I think, rather than just laying back and going with it. I also want to be more proactive, which is not going with it as well. And I want to start tasks early and get them done steadily. I find that when I start tasks, I tend to just sit down, finish it, and sometimes I wait till the last minute, but I will get it done. I just sit down, finish it in one sitting. I would really like to begin work early, then not get stressed out over it, because I always stress myself out, wait till the last minute, and I get it done, but it's just not worth that stress, and it's not necessary. So some of my goals is to start early, work on it steadily, then that way I have more time to review, reflect, look at it, and eventually finish it. So those are my 2 goals, and I hope to accomplish it in this team setting. And I hope to work on my weaknesses further so they can become strengths. All right, and I just wanted to say thank you. I'm also really looking forward to working with all of you, and I think we will be a great team. Woo!